She wounded him in battle, but when his blood touched her blade, she swore an oath of honor. The war between Earth's expeditionary forces and the Karath Dominion had lasted long enough for the stars themselves to seem tired of watching. On the shattered plains of Arkle, under a sky torn by plasma storms, Captain Eli Ward fought his last stand. His platoon was gone, scattered, burned, or taken. Only remained his pulse rifle empty, his breath ragged. When the Karath descended, they looked like gods carved from iron and fire. Their leader strode forward, taller than any human, armor etched with glowing runes, her eyes gleaming gold through her helm. Her name, he would later learn, was Commander Ashara of the Ninth Host. Eli raised his blade, a human relic among plasma weapons, and waited. The Karath didn't speak in human tongue. Their silence was their judgment. Ashara lunged, their blades meeting with a sound like lightning striking stone. He fought hard but clumsily, exhausted and bleeding. Her final strike came fast, a flash of light that tore across his face from temple to jaw. He fell back, his vision burning red. Ashara lifted her sword for finishing blow, but then paused. His blood had splattered across her weapon, a single crimson streak glowing faintly against the alien metal. The storm above cracked open, a blue flare of energy racing down to the clouds, striking the ground near them. Both were thrown back by the shock wave. When Ashara rose, her weapon hummed with a strange resonance. She looked down, confusion flickering in her eyes. Her blade, her sacred Karath oath blade, was reacting to his blood. The Karath believed in the bond of life, that if their blade absorbed the blood of an enemy who met them without fear, the warrior owed that soul a debt of protection, not death. Ashara had never believed in old myths. Until that moment, her soldiers looked to her, waiting for the order to finish him. Instead, she raised a hand. "He is mine," she said in their tongue. The others hesitated, then stepped back. Eli, barely conscious, felt hands lifting him. He expected death, but instead, warmth. He awoke days later in a strange chamber of crystal and light. Alien symbols pulsed around him, a rhythm almost like a heartbeat. Ashara stood nearby, armor set aside, revealing skin marked with intricate blue patterns that shimmered like ink in water. "Why am I alive?" he croaked. "Because your courage stained my blade," she said simply. "The Karath code binds me now. I cannot let you die." He didn't understand her customs, but he saw the sincerity in her eyes. She cared about honor more than victory. As days turned into weeks, she taught him their ways, the warrior code, the songs of those who had fallen, the meaning of balance between power and mercy. He helped her study human engineering, fixing damaged power cells, and showing her how to reroute her ship systems. They began to speak not as enemies, but as equals. Sometimes, when the wind outside their mountain fortress howled, he would catch her watching him quietly, as though trying to read the memory of the man she had once fought. One night, a flare lit the horizon. An Earth rescue ship had arrived, unaware that he was being sheltered by those once called enemies. Ashara told him to go. "Your kind has come for you," she said. "The bond is complete." But Eli shook his head. "No, it isn't," he said softly. "You didn't owe me your life, but you gave it anyway. I can't leave without repaying that." She stared at him for a long moment. "Then stay," she whispered, "not as a debt, but as a choice." When the Earth ship landed, its commander demanded Eli's return. But when the soldiers saw the Karath leader standing beside him, they hesitated. "She saved me," Eli said, "and I won't let you fire on them." The standoff was silent but heavy with history. Then, unexpectedly, Ashara stepped forward and extended her weapon, his blood still faintly glowing on the blade. "If there must be peace," she said in broken English, "let it begin with this." She turned the weapon, presenting hilt toward him, a gesture of trust so sacred that even her own warriors gasped. Eli accepted it, wrapping his hands around the alien steel. The bond was complete, no longer by blood, but by will. Years later, the war became legend. Children on both worlds learned the story of a human soldier and a Kara commander who broke the cycle of vengeance through honor. They built the bridge of Varkle on the very plains where they had first fought, its pillars engraved with both human and Kareth symbols. On the day of its dedication, Eli and Ashara stood together beneath the stormless sky. "Do you still think it was my blood that bound us?" he asked with a grin. She smiled faintly, her gold eyes softening. "No," she said, "it was your courage." And when the night wind passed through the bridge's hollow arches, it carried with it an ancient Kareth proverb, newly rewritten in 2 languages. From battle came blood, from blood came honor, and from honor, peace.